Apple might be about to pull off the biggest design reset we have seen in nearly 20 years. Fresh reports from deep inside the supply chain show that factories are already spending millions on brand new machinery, all to prepare for a phone that sounds completely insane. We are talking about a totally seamless, all-glass iPhone that could completely change what every smartphone looks like for the next decade. But why on earth is Apple suddenly spending this much money on a design that sounds like a drop test nightmare? Well, if you follow the paper trail left by their suppliers, it actually starts to make a lot of sense. If you look at recent activity from major glass suppliers like Biel Crystal and Lens Technology, you will notice something big happened recently. Both companies reportedly finished massive factory upgrades for an entirely new way of processing glass, custom-built specifically for Apple. The rumors picked up even more momentum after well-known Weibo leaker, Fixed Focus Digital, pointed out that Apple shifted its primary focus back to an all-glass design. The idea here is pretty wild. Apple wants the hardware to match their upcoming software redesigns, making the physical phone look like a direct extension of the interface. They are apparently testing a quad-curved glass shell that blends directly into a micro-curved OLED screen supplied by Samsung, which basically makes the screen borders vanish when you hold it. It would literally look like you are holding a floating block of glass in your hand. Now, that sounds incredibly futuristic on paper, but let us be real for a second. What happens the first time you pull this thing out of your pocket and drop it on the sidewalk? That exact thought is currently breaking the internet, with people on Reddit going crazy over how much a repair bill would cost. A lot of users are saying they would much rather live with a few tiny dents on a metal frame than pay half a month's rent just to fix a shattered back panel. Nobody wants to carry around a phone that feels like a fragile stress ball. Quick question for you guys down in the comments. Would you ever buy a phone made entirely out of glass? Or do you instantly put a massive bulky case on every device you own? Fortunately, Apple engineers are not completely crazy, and they seem to have a pretty clever workaround for the strength problem. Instead of using a traditional metal band around the outside of the chassis, leaks suggest they are building a lightweight internal titanium skeleton. Think of it like strong metal bones hidden deep inside a smooth glass shell, holding all the battery cells and logic boards tightly together while keeping the outside looking totally seamless. They are also working on a brand new generation of ceramic shield to make the outer glass way harder to crack. And the surprises do not stop there. Multiple sources claim Apple is pushing hard to finally bury Face ID underneath the display. Some analysts think we might see a smaller island cutout first, but the end goal for this milestone phone is a front screen with zero cutouts or interruptions anywhere. Comment down below. Do you still care about the dynamic island, or are you completely ready for it to go away? Now, hiding the metal frame inside and making the front glass completely clean sounds amazing, but it creates one massive engineering nightmare: heat. Anyone who has ever played a game or recorded 4K video in the sun knows that glass holds on to heat like a tiny oven. Unlike aluminum or titanium, glass is terrible at letting heat escape. That means if Apple wants to put a super fast processor inside an all-glass chassis, their thermal team has to figure out how to stop the phone from thermal throttling or getting uncomfortable to hold. Heat management is currently the single biggest hurdle standing between this prototype and a finished product. We still have to treat all of this as a rumor for now, especially since this major redesign is targeted for next year's September launch. But with major factory upgrades already finished and independent supply chain leaks all pointing the same way, the direction is pretty obvious. Apple wants to finally deliver on Steve Jobs' original vision, an iPhone that feels like a single, seamless piece of glass. If they can solve the heat issues and make it tough enough to survive everyday accidents, this will easily be the biggest smartphone redesign since the iPhone X. So I have to ask you, would you buy an all-glass iPhone, or is long-term durability way more important to you than a flashy design? Let me know down in the comments below. I will see you guys in the